Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashi here today. So today I'm going to be doing a Chinese drama, and the drama is called Unrequited Love, and it's a total of 38 episodes, and I was able to watch the first 4 episodes of it. And you guys kind of get an idea why I even watched this drama. It's because Hu Yi Tian starred in it, and I was actually like, I think this you could tell this was filmed long ago because he looked a little bit younger in there compared to You Complete Me. You Complete Me, he looks a little bit older. In this one, he looks a little bit younger. But I was actually, wondering how this drama was going to be, what's going to turn out. And they filmed this a while back, and it's finally airing. So I gave it a shot, and, I was watching it, and I was telling Ajashi, hey, Suchi is in here. He's from Prince of Tennis. And it's hilarious because in Prince of Tennis, he's a genius. But in this one, he's a pabo loser at the bottom. But it's hilarious. But I actually was able to watch the first 4 episodes of it. The first 2 didn't give me enough, so I actually went on and watched more. So honestly, I'm gonna be jumping into the recap with you guys, and I will give you guys my thoughts on what I think of this drama. So as for our cast, we have Hu Yi Tian as Xin Huanan, Hu Baiqing as Lu Qi, Zhang Yijie as Zheng Mirun, and then Mi Kang-ru as Jin Baili, and then Liu Jia as Yi Zhenyang, and then Teng Kai as Kebi, and there's tons of other people too. And as for the synopsis, as childhood playmates, Lu Qi and Xin Huanan were actually inseparable and always playing together. Growing up, they attended the same school and participated in the same activities, but as time passed, their friendships slowly fade away. Throughout high school, Lu Qi focused more on her studying than anything else, as Huanan became nothing but more of like a distant acquaintance to her. Yet secretly, her heart still longs for the little boy who made her laugh all these years long, which is Huanan. Now in college, it's a coincidence that they meet again at the same university. Lu Qi still cannot forget her long friend and her long crush for Huanan. And as time went on, he continued to make her heart race, but they go different directions, and they start to fall apart. But having a crush for him for over 15 years, it's hard to let that feeling go away. Unexpected events brings them together and rekindle their friendship and everything, and the love starts to spark between them. But there's many obstacles that comes in their way, and many people come in their way. So now the question is, can they overcome all that and realize that they're playmates from childhood and continue on the love they have for each other? Recap on the first 4 episodes. The drama starts us off with Lu Qi talking about her long 15-year crush for one boy who she could not let go, and wonder if it's destiny that brought them together, or it will ever bring them to cross paths. And it doesn't matter, she cannot forget about him. And now we flash back to high school, where Huanan is actually a transfer student there, and everybody is eyeballing him because he's handsome, tall, and intelligent. And Lu Qi still can't seem to take her eyes off of him because she's like, it's him, it's the little boy. But a little scene happened where her friends are reading manga at school, and they get caught, and she gets chased by one of the teacher, and he ends up saving her, and that made her heart race for him. And she's just like, she can't let go of him, and she still has feelings for him, and pretty much basically making her realize that he's the little boy she used to play with, and that she developed her crush and everything for him. So afterwards, she goes to meet her homeroom teacher, where she's going to write test scores on this sheet, and she learns that she's not number 1 in the school anymore, as Huanan has first place in the test and everything, and she places second. It doesn't bother her because she remembers his name, and she basically, he's her first love, and she just she can't forget him after all these years. And there they meet again, she remembers him, but he doesn't remember her anymore. And she has tons of scenario constantly playing in her head of all these things, like what it would be like if he recognized her and they talk and they bring back memory. But it never goes as she plans, because he doesn't seem to just just remember her, or he doesn't seem to care, you know. High school finishes off and they go off to college. She ends up at the same college as Huanan, and meeting him on the first day of college, she's so excited. She wrote up this letter who she's been holding on and was planning to give to him, but she learns he has a girlfriend, and she was just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go, you know. But you know, as it goes on in college, she continues to run into him multiple times, and she wants to speak up to him, but she cannot because his girlfriend will always come and then leave. And so Lucci finally made up her mind that she's gonna let go of her one-side crush and move on and not wait for Huanang, which is ridiculous because she didn't do anything, and she never said anything. Basically, she never talked to him, you know. So as time goes on, she has a new roommate, which is Mai Li, who has this creepy boyfriend, Kobe, who seems to always be hitting on Lucy and showing more interest in her than his own girlfriend, you know. But you know, later on she learns that Huanan and his girlfriend are actually broken up and he's single now. But you know, it gives her release, but she doesn't seem to be so happy with it because tons of girls are trying to go after him now, you know. So she was just kind of like, okay, it's gonna be even harder. She ends up seeing Huanan from one of the girl who is trying to, you know, basically say, you're single now, date me. And then saving him, he ends up buying her coffee. So they go off for some coffee, and Lu Jin is so nervous to finally be around Huanan, like she starts blabbering off topic and making herself look like a fool, and she quickly leaves. Huanan follows her and asks to walk her to the dorms, but she rejects, and he asks for her WeChat, their way of talking or chatting with each other, whatever like that. And this is where it all starts between them. She later on meets Honang's roommate, which is Zhang Minren, who shows interest in her. He takes her out for ice cream, and this brings jealousy to Honang, and without realizing it. And he wants to know how the date went, but during the date, you know, all Minren and Lu Jin talked about was Honang, and Minren learns that she shows interest in Huanan, and she actually likes him instead. So you know, he asks to be, hey, let's just be friends, you know. And just when things are going well, Minren gets a text from Huanan saying wishing him good luck on his date. This brings misunderstanding to Lucy, and she thinks it's all set up, and she's now upset at Minren and Huanan. Minren goes to tell Huanan the truth that he does show interest in Lucy, but during the day all she did was talk about Huanan. Therefore, he's gonna be a good friend and not get in the way. And if Huanan shows interest in Lucy, go for it, you know. He's not gonna be in the way for it. So Huanan still hasn't figured out his feelings yet, so he's starting to, like, you know, think back to his childhood memory, and this is where it's like a blur to him, and he's thinking, and he has this feeling that Lu Jin is the little girl, but he's not sure. Somehow he's drawn to her, and he starts to get close to her, and they become friends, and he enjoys a lot of time with her because he can actually just be himself around her. And we learn from Minren that the reason why Huanan broke up with his girlfriend in the first place was because she saw him as like a prize or like a luxury bag that she would show off. Like all the cola drinks he bought her, she kept all the bottles, the bottle cap, to show off to people. Whenever they go on a date for lunch or dinner or something like that, she brings tons of people and have him do all these things for her to show off that he's like the most handsome and loving boyfriend. So he didn't have like a good time with his girlfriend, you know, so he was just kind of like, oh, I can't stand it anymore, so he broke up with her. But the girl is crazy. She's like, okay, we're breaking up, but you not allowed that girl. Come on, like, oh, she crazy, man. But like, you see her, she's so crazy, she can't let him go. And with her being like crazy like that, Lucy and Huanan gets close together, and she learns about it, and so she's like, no, I'm gonna stop them. So she created like this fake, not like rumor, but she just said to like Huanan, saying that Lucy, she's just putting up an act that she's innocent, but she's not, don't fall for it. So now this gets Huanan to contemplate and be like, dude, seriously? But yeah, that's like a situation. But we learned that flashback to high school, the ex-girlfriend is actually the girl who came in between the two of them and lied. So Huanan and Lu Jin was actually like about to learn about each other. More so, Huanan is about to learn who she is, and the ex-girlfriend, she said it's actually her who's been like the person behind all these things for him, when it's actually Lu Jin. And so that's how it got him to, you know, like her and like, you know, be with his girlfriend, and they actually went to college together and all these things like that. And now he can't let her go because he's kind of like, well, I had a connection with her, but the truth is, like, the connection was actually her. She pretty much just stole everything, and it's not even her. So now he's at the point of contemplating, and he doesn't know who or what to believe, but he's like, you know, but the thing is that, like, I feel like I can be myself around her, unlike other people who treats me like a prize. So we ended off right there for the first 4 episodes with him contemplating. So I mean, I haven't gotten a chance to watch into it to look up spoiler or anything, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. But from seeing like the opening and the ending like of it, um it does seem like it, you know, it is a long process, and it seems like college is going to go by pretty quick for them, because it does show them in the future of them working already, and they're going to cross path again. And I'm pretty sure he is going to realize she is the girl, and I'm sure his ex-girlfriend is going to play the bad girl in here, where she can't let him go. She's crazy, so she's going to come in and interfere a lot. And obviously Mirin is the savior of it, so I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like he's going to be a part of it too. So it's going to be like a square love-ish, not triangle, but square love-ish between the 4 characters. But we'll see how this drama turns out. I mean, it is a bit frustrating, honestly. If you guys are not up to frustrating dramas, there is some frustrating stuff in here, but I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing I'm gonna let it sit to let it sit more before I actually watch into it, because if it's frustrating, some of the part I could just skip rather than watching per episode at a time, and you can like skip your own way, you know. So I'm actually gonna do that. But I don't want to blabber on for too long about this drama, and we'll see how it turns out. But that's it for today's review, and I'll see you guys next time.